Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here, and the Washington Commanders are wasting no time. They are requesting interviews for Ben Johnson, Aaron Glenn, Raheem Morris, and some other candidates as well. If you guys are new, make sure to hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and that notification bell as well, because there's going to be a bunch of videos, including general manager videos, head coaching videos, and so much more. Man, it has been an absolutely crazy day for the Washington Commanders so far. They fired Ron Rivera. That's not a surprise. Made a video on that if you guys want to check that out. Then they announced that they've hired Bob Myers and Rick Spielman as advisors to Harris and the ownership group for them to find their next general manager and then head coach. Then there's been a flurry of interview requests that have been reported by different media people for head coaches, and then maybe 10, maybe not 10, 6 to 8 general manager requests. It's been absolutely insane so far. So I'm going to go over some of the head coaches that they've interviewed today, that they're requesting to interview right now. And then later, I'll make a video on all of the general manager ones that they've done as well. Maybe the top ones, and there's so many videos to make. But Ben Johnson, the top candidate, the hottest name on the market to be a head coach. We requested an interview for him, not a surprise at all. And then Aaron Glenn as well, who is the Lions defensive coordinator. So not a surprise there with Ben Johnson. And I'll say this, the only surprise is that they're already requesting interviews for coaches when, you would think maybe they would hire the general manager first and then let the general manager choose who they request to. It's not like, I'm not saying what they're doing is wrong at all. It's just a little bit, a little bit interesting the way that they're doing it, because they did say they want the general manager to choose the head coach. But, Ben Johnson was going to be a candidate anyways, and some of these guys as well. And they also have to, they have to they have to interview a certain amount of, minority candidates for the Rooney Rule. So they have to do that as well. That's a rule that the NFL has had place for a while now, and the NFL teams have to comply with it. And I don't really know if it's good. It helps minorities, but hey, that's a discussion for another video. But Aaron Glenn was requested for an interview as well, and he's done a decent job with the Lions defense this year. Has gotten a little bit better, but I honestly wouldn't like him as a head coach here. Maybe as a defensive coordinator, but again, he's with the Lions with a good team. Why is he going to come to the Commanders when he's already with the Lions and they've been doing well? Okay, next one, and sorry about that. The other guy that they've requested an interview is Rams defensive coordinator Raheem Morris, and he's another minority candidate, but I think a lot of people hate on him, or, a lot of Commanders fans don't want him. He is not my top candidate. He's not in my top 5. Probably not top 7, but I, wouldn't absolutely hate it. But again, I want Ben Johnson, Bobby Slowick, Mike McDonald. Those are kind of my guys. Maybe even Frank Smith. But Raheem Morris, he's been a head coach before with Tampa. He's been a coordinator for a while. I think, in Atlanta he was, I believe. And then now with the Rams, he's done a good job there. He's going to get a lot of interviews. I don't know if he's going to actually get a job, but he's definitely going to get interviews. And but my guess is the Commanders do not hire him. And there's other guys I'd rather have over him, but I wouldn't absolutely hate the Raheem Morris hire. He does, again, have head coaching experience. He's relatively young, and he's done good job with that Rams defense the last at least 2 years. But Ben Johnson, number one guy. And Tom Pelissero, he did report this right here, but he also talked about it in a video that he posted on his Twitter or X, but I'm just going to keep calling it Twitter, that, the Commanders are a name to watch out for Ben Johnson. And of course, right after that, they request to interview him. So Ben Johnson would be great. And I'll just go ahead and look at his page so you guys can, learn some more information about him. 37 years old, and he did play at UNC, quarterback at UNC. So if they don't get Caleb Williams, maybe they get Drake May, and they've got a connection there between Drake May and Ben Johnson. Also, there is a connection between Sam Howell and Ben Johnson as well, but that's besides the point. So let's read some information about him. So he was promoted to offensive coordinator in 2022 after spending 3 seasons with the Lions in multiple roles on the coaching staff. Came to Detroit in 2019 as an offensive quality control coach and was heavily involved in the passing game during Lions head coach Dan Campbell's first season in Detroit. So, he's the reason why he's a top candidate. He's called plays for 2 seasons. Since he's taken over, the Lions offense has been elite, has been very good. They're creative, a lot of play action. They go for it on 4th down a lot. And again, just very, very creative offense. And if we do hire him, I'll, do a lot more research and actually look into his scheme and stuff. But he's my top candidate. He's my top candidate. Again, called plays for 2 years, took over a Detroit Lions offense that wasn't great and turn it into one of the better offenses. And yeah, they have talent on that team, but a lot of it is him turning that talent into really good players. Amon-Ra St. Brown was a 4th round pick. He's a stud. Sam Laporta, 2nd round pick, stud in his rookie year. Penny Sewell, 1st round pick, but still, he's developed him into a stud. Jared Goff wasn't doing amazing with the Rams, now is playing pretty good football, and they're winning with him at quarterback. So he's my top candidate, and you guys can see some of the stats. In 2022, it ranked amongst some of the best numbers the team has ever registered in a single season. Group played a pivotal role in the team's record turnaround, winning 8 of the last 10 games. The 2022 season marked the first time in history that Detroit accumulated 4,000 passing yards and 2,000 rushing yards. And he's done a good job with David Montgomery, Jahmyr Gibbs as well. And this isn't even this information here, they're not even going into the 2023 season as well, but a lot of players have done really well for him. TJ Hawkinson, Jamal Williams, and in 2017, he was with the Dolphins. So he was wide receivers coach in 2018, where he helped Albert Wilson average his 2nd most yards after catch. I don't care about that too much, but just some more information about him. Helped was a receiver coach with the Dolphins and helped Jarvis Landry get his NFL high 112 receptions that season and a Pro Bowl nod, and some other information about him as well. Assistant wide receivers coach in 2016 and assistant quarterbacks coach from 2013 to 15, and then tight ends coach in 2015. So he has had a lot of experience working different offensive positions, and that's what you like. And obviously, if he's here, he's calling the plays, and he'll still probably, hire an offensive coordinator, but that guy is just going to be, he's going to obviously still be a coach and still help these guys out, and he might be involved a little bit in the play calling, but the one who's going to end up calling the plays at the end of the day is Ben Johnson, and was at Boston College as well. So that's kind of the information there you need to know about Ben Johnson, the number 1 candidate in my opinion on for the head coaching jobs in the NFL right now. It would be him, Mike McDonald number 2 for me, Bobby Sloak number 3, number 4 would be Frank Smith maybe from the Dolphins, even though he doesn't call plays, and then number 5 Dave Canales from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's some other guys as well, but those are the guys I want the Washington Commanders to hire. Very excited. Going to end the video right now because in a couple minutes, Josh Harris is going to have his press conference. And just so much information to take in. Stay tuned and watch every video today to stay updated. Peace.